Hello, Professor. This is Christopher, Valeska, and Daniela, and we are going to show you more or less what our timeline is going to be about. So first, in our timeline, we're going to talk about how the English language has spread across the globe, and we are going to show the different places where it originally emerged. So the Celts, the Nords, the Vikings will be mentioned in the first part of our timeline with the different places where they came from and how they reached the British Isles and how the language emerged and then spread across Europe. So we will start by mentioning the different countries also from where English was influenced. So we will also refer to the Greeks, to the Romans, to the French also, and what was our contribution to the English language before it expanded all over the world. Then following with our timeline, we will give reasons like what were the main reasons why the language crossed the oceans, why the English people wanted to colonize different places, and so on. And now Daniela is going to talk about that specifically.
The expansion of English began in the 16th century in the New World. Some reasons are that the conquerors were trying to escape from the oppression of capitalism in England. Another reason is the searching of gold. Then the language suffered other changes made by foreigners from other countries, such as Ireland and China. In Canada, English arrived in the same way. Then the British conquerors moved to another areas in different way. For example, to Australia, British prisons were overcrowded and convicts were sent to this country. However, here has been American English influence and vocabulary has been affected. To New Zealand, it was through a slow settlement. This population is more inclusive of the indigenous population, and it is one reason why the language contains a large number of Maori words. Okay, now Valeska is going to tell you about the final part of our timeline.
Okay, the last thing we are going to see is some difference on the pronunciation of some words or some word referring to the same thing but with another word. To summarize our work of the timeline, we can say that the expansion of the English language has spread to all continents of the world in the last 300 years. The expansion of England played a great role of the history of English language and for its linguistic development. Nowadays, about 300 million people speak English as their national language in different parts of the world. It's obvious that English will continue to spread and develop.
So this is like the draft for our timeline, and the main focus of our timeline are the different places where English has expanded to, and also the differences in the standardization of language in different countries. But we will discuss that more in detail when we have all the materials prepared for our timeline. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.